first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. This one fielded at the 5. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by a man in his sophomore campaign as the quarterback.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost. How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with the receiver?
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Back to throw. He's going to look deep for more. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to step out of bounds all the way down on the other side of midfield. A big play there for Carolina. 42 yards. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. Does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
2nd and 11. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Getting into the act on the opening drive with a sack in the middle. And that's
they had to get together. Offensive coordinator, quarterbacks coach, offensive line coach, receivers coach, and say, how do we beat this pressure? Because everyone has to win against the defense and get the ball in the hands of the quarterback very quickly.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement. And off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determine that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. It's like, what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, Parker. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. The rushing numbers for Fournette from last week. 17 carries, 131 yards, and also the score.
So coming off the opener where they established the run and established it well, their goal is to make sure that the trend continues and to serve notice to the rest of the league that they might be a run-first team.
And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. 23 yards to pick up there.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Inside handoff now to Fournette. And he'll get this up to about the 40. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. The Bucs at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they've gotten a pretty good deal from the schedule makers as well. Home dates in Weeks 1 and 2.
And I would believe that they would need to take advantage of that, partner, because as you can imagine, the road dates will pile up later.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. With Sean Gary that time fighting free and getting to the quarterback.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. They start on the ground with McCaffrey, and he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, this defense for the Buccaneers, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in, and run the ball? Or maybe just run a 2 receiver routes in order to try to keep the quarterback up. I think this is a run we'll see more as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding it for a short game.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Here's Braden Mann now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Fielded just inside the 30.
So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return.
And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their 2nd drive.
Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now back to throw.
Looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. And the Panthers are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Carlton Davis picks it. And the Bucs are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
Complete right side to Otten.
So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And now it's 3rd and 4.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage, because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Rashawn Gary able to drop in that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the scrambler or the dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of. I absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive. Way up in the air. And that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Panther football to start quarter number 2 as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. Now a give, right side McCaffrey. And space opens a bit as he gets it across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd-and-1 situation. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. On first down, this is McCaffrey.
Holding offense.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
McCaffrey following the penalty. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. Second down and right back to McCaffrey. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, they carry the ball out by the people up front. Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Shakir hauls it in. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something.
The ball's out. McCaffrey lost it.
Wow, that ball is not free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. On second down, McCaffrey. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll cause a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
This defense really thrown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4. Out now is the punter, Braden Mann. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is taken at the 18. Nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And they will take over 1st and 10. Back now comes Tampa Bay. And, partner, I know so far, and we're still in the first half, but you love this game as a defensive guy. 0-0. We'll see if the offense can get going on this drive.
Well, you know how they talk about music to your ear?
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Up the gut, McCaffrey. Shifts by him at the 25. He'll get it to the 23-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7. Leaves him with a 2nd and 3. On the toss, they run wide side to McCaffrey. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 3 yards there. It also brings up 3rd down.
And people talk about plays being blown up. That's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A to physical play.
He'll drop to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. They're able to... down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Here we go. Here we go.
Back to throw here. Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
Here we go, Jack.
He'll look to throw. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, that throw left him no room to run. And good footwork nearly all for nothing. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. And this one is right through. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, their offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
Their quarterback leading this offense back out. And his struggles, they're continuing. He had 3 interceptions in last week's ball game. 2 more already here before halftime as they take over with a 1st down. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll set up a throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off. And the Panthers are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you're throwing this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And the Buccaneers are going to get the football back at their own 17. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching the bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
This is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He's got the hook up here to Nelson. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He'll call Nelson's number yet again. It's complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit. This from 54 yards away. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and that will tie us at 3-3. So the turnover leads to points as they head through there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice run for them. They force the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. Taken at the goal line. So we've reached halftime. Sorry, Coach, put a pin in that. We are going to move right on to the third quarter here. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Second half ready to roll. 2 field goals, the combined output in half number 1. Could be first touchdown wins. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. And he's got to be wondering what happened in that first half. 3 interceptions, very uncharacteristic.
And even the great ones go through phases like this, like what we just saw. And most of them, they have such a mental capacity to throw it out and essentially start over. I think that's where he's headed now.
He's got his opportunity to throw it out. Let's see how he does. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. On play action, they'll throw. And he whips that one incomplete there.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. They'll set up to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. They'll look to throw here. Caught by Nelson. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurate when he throws a nice pass for a first down.
On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Well, that is a running back who was not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him. They go right back to White here on first down. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They'll try and run forward with Fournette. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Again, it's Fournette. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Up the gun, Fournette. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
50 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Fournette is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be second down. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game so far.
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bucs have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. The point after is good. And the lead is now 10-3. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. So a sensational return there on special teams, a foot race that he was not going to lose. Now, meanwhile, while that was going on, we've got an injured player on the field. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Charles, you and I said in intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored, and now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have, and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
Running right through it. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a Panthers first down, 17 yards on the play.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. We're down to the 41. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Again, they run again. It's McCaffrey. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Third down is made. They pick up a 2 on first down, just 1 yard goal.
And you know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. If the legs are a little bit heavy, sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. They're going to look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. Second and goal from inside the 5. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Tommy Trimble, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Panthers are an extra point away from tying this ball game here in the final moments of the third quarter.
Extra point right down the middle. And we are even at 10 apiece. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. Fields it right around the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And these two teams have traded touchdowns so far with their first possessions here in the third quarter. Where we started at intermission.
Yeah, how about that? Tied at the half, tied after the first two drives of the third quarter, one for each. That tells me that
one quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to give the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him to find him. Find him.
They'll drop to throw. He completes it right side to White. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now as he's on to kick it away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter. And this is going to be intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house from Buccaneer TD. In a tie game, fourth quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations type of plays they love to run. Read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And can they regroup? That's the question. The pick six hurt, no doubt, but this is still a one-score game here in the fourth. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 53 yards for him on the ground now on 18 carries. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Looking to throw. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, complete into the hands of Trimble. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 15-yard line. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. This offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. McCaffrey running up the middle. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Now back to throw. That caught by Trimble. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. The Panthers on 3rd down. 6 conversions in 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This will be 3rd and 6. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he'll get nothing out of that one. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And it'll be 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Buccaneers defense holds and they get the football back. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going. And above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
Fournette once more on 2nd down. And he'll be taken down at the 18. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. Returnable here from the 38. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The possession of the football goes over to Carolina. Well, the defense got its job done, forcing the punt. Now the formula pretty simple. They need to find the end zone here. A field goal doesn't help them much. A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They got to go thank the guys on D.
Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
Ready.
So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. He'll look to throw. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So the completion results in 9 yards. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Back to throw. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, Let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Going for the deep ball. And incomplete on the deep ball. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Buccaneers defense holds and they get the football back. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. They'll run it again with Fournette. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Inside handoff down to Fournette.
Holding offense.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll try and run some clock with Fournette. And some space here. And he is finally going to be brought down, but not before he gets it to the Panthers' 8. 122 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
A shotgun give to Fournette, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. On 3rd, here's an option play right. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. So time has run out on what would be a Tampa Bay